Are you a yes person? I used to be a yes person too, and it used to suck. The reason why I was a yes person, I think, came down to the fact that I wanted to be liked and I wanted to be accepted. So I didn't ever want to say no in case it meant any judgment on me. So I would just say yes and either learn how to fly on the way down or figure it out, because you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it. But when I started to lean into my spirituality and I started to gain more self-esteem and faith, I started to realize that I didn't need to be accepted by anyone but myself. And this kind of changed the way that I started to look at being a yes person and what saying no meant to me. Then I started to read more and listen more and absorb more about other people's experiences with being a yes person and being okay to say no. And one of the most amazing things that came through for me, one of my downloads from Spirit, was consider a no a blessing for that person. Because if you really want to say no and you say yes, then you're almost using your free will to stand in their way of what is meant for them, when what they really need is a no, and that's why you're being asked. Does that make sense? So if I say that you had an opportunity and that opportunity required me to do something for you, and so if that opportunity was meant for you and you had to ask me to do something for you, then it would make sense that I would want to say yes to that if it was meant for you, because it should be easy and fairly fluent for you. It should be in a flow, right? But if I say no because I don't want to, then that's giving you a second to just pause and think, is this really meant for me? Is this what I want maybe? Or is it just really meant for me? Or am I getting ahead of myself? So sometimes a no can be a blessing for someone. It can give them an opportunity to pause for a second and have a think. Also, sometimes a no can be the 50th no that the person has heard about this. And it might make them surrender. It might make them push themselves back into a corner or be pushed back into a corner and need to let go of any control they might think that they need to have or that they think they have in a situation moving forward. When I know that when we surrender and we release control, that's when we start to receive everything that is meant for us in flow. So when I heard that from Spirit and I got my head around it, and you might need to re-listen to this a few more times to get your head around it, and that's cool, but since then, I say no when I want to say no. But what I've also noticed too is that most of the time people don't ask me for anything that I'm not going to say yes to, because I'm in my flow state.